On to WeBuyCars now, South Africa's largest vehicle reseller. They've completed their unbundling process and its owners from Transaction Capital, and they hope that they will unlock value for their shareholders now with the new JSE listing. Joining me is the CFO, Rein. Chris, thank you so much. It's been a journey for you to get here, and I hope that your team is excited. But give me a view of what exactly you believe is in store for those who wish to invest directly now into WeBuyCars.
Yes, good afternoon, Zalele, and good afternoon to your viewers. Yesterday was indeed a very exciting day for WeBuyCars, a business that started in 2001 and a very exciting history and really a great South African growth story. And yes, indeed, a very exciting day. The team at WeBuyCars have been working very hard with professional advisors and auditors since about October last year, and yesterday was the culmination of the announcement of the unbundling and also the publication of our pre-listing statement. So indeed a very exciting day for WeBuyCars.
And what does that mean for WeBuyCars? Does this unlock your ability to think about your strategy and even future growth within South Africa or even the continent?
So WeBuyCars has been on a growth journey since 2001. I specifically joined the team in 2017, and we've seen an amazing sort of growth trajectory with 349 employees in 2017, and right now sitting on about 2,800 employees. And we just plan to continue on the growth journey and doing what we do well, and we'll continue on that journey. But the listing is an exciting project for us. It's actually a project that we've looked at once before, some years ago in our history. But the team is certainly very excited and ready for the future sort of planned growth.
And for investors, again, we look at where do you see the growth for WeBuyCars? It's tough economic times. Consumers are extremely stressed. How is WeBuyCars aiming to grow, and which segments are offering hope for your investors and therefore your return on investment?
So we currently have a network, a footprint in South Africa of 15 what we call supermarkets, and we have 74 buying pods. But we plan to continue on that growth journey, and we will certainly be adding some more real estate to our property portfolio, as well as some external leases. So we will definitely be growing that footprint. We've also worked very hard over the years to develop a loyal customer base. And we plan to, and we make the process of buying and selling a car extremely easy for consumers. And we believe by doing what we do well, we'll continue with the growth trajectory for WeBuyCars.
And do you see your consumer changing, whether it be in demographic or age, or who's your consumer that offers the biggest return as we go forward? Is it your middle class? Is it the lower income group of buying cars? Who are we buying into?
So we like to serve the entire vehicle park, as we call it. So we'll buy any car, and we'll then sell those cars into the South African consumer market. We have 3 real sales channels. So the first channel we sell into is we sell about between 20 and 25% of the vehicles we buy, we sell back to dealers in South Africa. We also then do normal finance transactions where we finance motor cars with the big 5 banks in South Africa. And that accounts for between 20 and 22% of our total volume. And then the middle category is what we call cash retail, and we sell those cars on cash terms to consumers in South Africa. At the moment, our average selling price is running at about 160,000 Rand, including VAT. So as I say, we serve the whole market, but on average, the price point that we sell at is about 160,000 Rand, including VAT.
So you've got quite a spread, and it's a consistent strategy. But let us in on your growth strategy. What are the 2 or 3 things that you are intending to do besides further investment in retail? What else are you utilizing to attract investors into WeBuyCars as it lists?
So we're currently selling sort of 14,000 buying and selling about 14,000 motor cars a month. Our plan is over the next 4 to 5 years to grow that volume to 23,000 motor cars a month. We plan to do that, as already mentioned, by growing the footprint, but also to increase what we call the velocity. So we plan to increase the inventory turns, and by doing what we're doing and working with the technology set that we have, we believe that we can achieve on our ambitious growth plans.
South Africa is really big enough to have another one of these big sales grounds like you have at the Dome. Where is that? Where would you see this growth taking place?
So we currently probably have approximately a 12% market share on used vehicles, and our plan is to grow that to 23% in 4 to 5 years. And we think that's achievable.
Well, I think we need to be here for that. I love the simplicity of the story, from 14,000 to a 23,000 footprint to 3 years. What are the challenges, however, you foresee in this huge growth strategy for WeBuyCars?
So the motor industry is all about consumer confidence. And as you know, there is some volatility in some of the macroeconomic factors at the moment. So we're all very aware of high interest rates that we're seeing at the moment. Fuel prices also play a role, but it's all really about consumer confidence. And we're hoping later on in the year to see some of the interest rates starting to decline. And that will certainly be some wind in our sails. But we believe we can still achieve our growth plans, even if the economy stays the way it is.
And what's the formula for that? What's the formula for that confidence? Is it operational efficiency? Is it simplicity of business? Is it technology? If it's technology, you need to let us in.
It's definitely technology. So we're very proud to have a technology stack that consists of one and only one IT system, and we'll protect that aggressively in future years. We believe that we've got very close to perfecting the art of buying motor cars, and we're getting better and better all the time at selling motor cars. So the technology is key. We have a employee workforce of 2,800, and all of those are employees who buy into the WeBuyCars culture. And we believe that culture is extremely important, and is also a key growth enabler.
And culture is not an easy one to manage. But for us, and today we're having a lot of conversations around social impact, your perspective on what WeBuyCars is into the broader economic standing of South Africa, what is it that you believe you are adding back to the value to the country?
So WeBuyCars is definitely an enabler in terms of the mobility. We always analyze sort of what we're selling every year, and for the latest financial year, we worked out that we're selling about 7% of our motor cars are 1 and 2 year olds, 22% of our motor cars are 3 to 6 year olds, and 73%, the remaining 73% of the motor cars that we sell are 6 years and plus. And we believe that that's a part of the market that's really unserved, and a 80,000 Rand motor car is an incredible solution to a family of 4 who are able to then sort of have a mobility solution for the entire family.
I'm asking really tough questions to a CFO, but thank you so much for answering them. I made the mistake of having 5 children instead of 3 and instead of 2. So we're a family of 5, and it really does get difficult. Chris, thank you so much for your time today. We wish you all the best, and may you blow the horns of the JSE loud enough for us to hear it a few streets away, right here in Sandton. Thank you so much for your time. That was Chris Rein. He's the CFO of WeBuyCars. That's it for Power Lunch Southern Africa today. It was such a packed program.